Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the latest edition of this battle of fire and ice, which we call life. You've got your coldy cold and your hotty hot, and things are getting interesting. And let me just say, if I can, April has been a bit of an energetic roller coaster. Ever since the Eris alignment on the 13th of April, we've had severe ups and downs as a civilization. And I got to tell you, a lot of people are putting out warning signals for the Scorpio full moon coming late on the 26th and the 27th. Plus, you got some other stuff happening around the 23rd and the 24th. So be prepared for it to be a wild, wild week. And during this time, if you've been watching what I put in front of you, it is about to get stormy and rainy and windy and all haily. And so, starting this Friday, we're going to get wave after wave after wave of storms that could drop a whole lot of rain and bring severe weather components. Plus, we always pick a time period during the month to stay focused on, for it could be the strongest storm. And I have been guessing that will come around the 27th or 28th, which fits into our full moon hypothesis. So, everybody, stay tuned, pay attention, stay aware, and try not to get roped into. Everybody's always fighting about everything all the time. It's like no matter what happens, no matter what event occurs, no matter what the situation is, my country, which is the United States of America, only becomes more divided. And it's very, very frustrating. And so, I don't know, man, if we continue that, we got a major cataclysm coming in the future. I'm just saying, bro. As the guy who warned about 2020 for years, just saying it's time to step up our game. Okay, great. And I love you. You guys are awesome. And if we are looking for signs of hope in a weary world, our sun, which went to sleep at late 2019, has been slowly waking up. And now we have 3, count them 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 sunspots on the sun. And we even have another one that is going to rotate around after this one rotates off. So things improve when the sun wakes up because we get better light, better energy, and we can think clearer. And so we're not supposed to hit solar maximum until 2025. So for the sun to be waking up this much is a good sign that we got a chance for things to improve. But as you know, things are still kind of sketchy all over the planet. Here we're looking at Friday's severe weather possible area. You can bet your sweet bippy that as we get closer, they're going to put in an orange risk somewhere in here. And then they might even put in a red super high risk before we get to Friday. And so Texas is half of us, including Houston, all the way into Austin, Waco, possibly even parts of San Antonio. And so, yeah, it's going to get stormy. But wait, there's more. So Saturday, you get a large area of possible severe weather risk across the southeast. And then 3 days after that, we get our next round of severe weather. And they put a warning on the board 7 days ahead. And usually if they can warn you guys 7 days ahead or even 4 days ahead, that means we definitely have some severe weather locked in. So you should be able to know that, yeah, dude, we got a wild, wild week coming up. And like I said, with all the warnings about the Scorpio full moon, because everybody loves scorpions, right? That's the number one favorite pet that people keep. Is they're I just love scorpions all the time. Cover me in scorpions and you'll see me happy. No, wait, that's kittens. I was thinking of kittens. Sometimes people like to just be, or puppies. Actually, scorpions will sting you. So they're not really the greatest pet ever. So if you find yourself in crazy circumstances, try to land properly without hurting anyone else. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, don't get pulled into all the people arguing online all the time. What is the point of that, really? Yeah, the future's weird and kind of dystopian, sure. It definitely looks like this area is going to be getting hit a lot over the next few weeks. Remember, it is like flooding season, and then that leads into hurricane season. So we got 6 more weeks of flooding season, and then we're into hurricane season. So let's get our game faces on. Here we're looking at the 48-hour precipitation map, and Florida is not getting a bunch of rain for the first time in like a week, so that is interesting. But here comes a giant chunk of rain, because 48 hours will pretty much take us into Friday, and that will be when the severe weather will start. And yeah, everybody's talking about like, oh my God, April snow. Yes, it is true. There's been quite a bit of snow for a lot of people in the upper central section of the United States of America, including Alaska and Europe. And so, the earth is like a McDLT where the hot side is hot, the cold side's cold, and they bob around like a lava lamp. Yeah, things are strange, definitely. Also, it is my 7-year anniversary as your Planetary Defense Commander on the 23rd. So I might be acting kind of weird till then. Please bear with me. Now, here's the cool thing. I do believe that each planet has its own frequency, its own energy, and its own vibe. And I love Planet Venus. And Planet Venus has been hidden behind the sun, which they used to call the underworld with Persephone and stuff. But she will be making a grand appearance back in the sky. Sometimes she's the morning star. Sometimes she's a night star, although she's a planet. Somewhere she could reemerge as early as today, tomorrow, the 23rd. But supposedly she'll definitely be up around the 25th. And then you'll get Mercury, which is a rare planet to see in the sky, though I've seen Mercury before. And so you'll be getting like a Venus-Mercury conjunction thingy happen. Not there won't be conjunction, they'll just be near each other. But that'll be interesting. Supposedly things will start to get better. People will be nicer. And people will kind of calm down when Venus reemerges in the sky. Because, Venus has the two sides. And so, like, when Venus is gone, it's like dark Venus. And then when Venus, you can see Venus, it's like light Venus. Anywho, just letting you know. So we'll be looking forward to that. And from the 23rd to the 25th, there may be a window of love. Sometimes I talk about stuff, and it doesn't happen. So we'll see what happens, I could use some love. Bitch. Not from you, Captain America. Why are they fighting? Hello, rain. Rumor has it California may be getting some much-needed rain in this week, but they've been in super-duper drought conditions, like the worst drought since 1915, which coincidentally is the last time a volcano erupted in California. So you're definitely on earthquake and volcano watch. All right, so since the 13th, we've been going through Eris week, or Eris double week. And if you know me, that like Eris always freaks me out. Crappy shit always happens around the Eris conjunction, which happens like in opposition, which happens twice a year, April and October, pretty much. And so this is the 24th. And so you'll get Eris conjuncting with Ceres. So I wouldn't be surprised if you saw some type of food shortages or problems. And then you get a Venus-Mercury-Uranus conjunction on the same day. So, the divine architecture of it all is just fascinating to me in a stellar fashion. And so, I think good things, it'll be mixed around the 23rd and 24th. Good thing can happen. But then, the 27th is the full moon in Scorpio. So, the weekend could be good, but then it'll get dicey after. Earthquakes have gone kind of quiet, which can be creepy. But yeah, Tomer Berg is pointing out how uncommon day 7 warnings are from the NWS. Like they rarely don't 7 days in advance. Usually you got to come to me, and I can give you anywhere from 11 days or more advance warning on storms. But when you have the NWS and people, everybody kind of saying, hey, we have a big storm about a week from now. That's usually a sign that, yeah, we're probably going to have a big storm a week from now. But hey, it's not about me. We're a team, man. Astro Fight Club. Henry Margassidio breaking it down in simple fashion here. Friday, these are your danger areas. And then Saturday, these are your danger areas for the upcoming storm. But then there'll be storms after that. And it is Wednesday. So yeah, we'll be able to use this Storm Chaser Nick made graphic multiple times through the end of April. We're going to have a clam bake. Gonna have a clam bake. That's an Elvis song. Yeah, you can technically have a clam bake in cold weather or warmer weather. Though technically, clam is too gamey for me. But yeah, it's true. Cold records have been breaking. Just letting you know. But it's been a great time for chicks to get their cosplay done in the snow. And chicks is a non-gender term. This just happens to be a woman. I think I shouldn't talk about gender. That'll get me in trouble. And I don't want to be in trouble. All right. So, but here's like the earthquakes over the last few months since like January. So, you know, we had the big 8 in New Zealand at the start of March, and then things have pretty much calmed down. So I'm still trying to figure out what caused this. I'll have to look into it more. I get excited all the time, girl. I'm in a weird mood. A low swirling in the Sea of Oshkosh with gravity waves on the Kuril Islands. Beautiful, for sure. I'm super grateful to say goodbye to Super Typhoon Sirige and that it didn't do any super duper major damage to the Philippines. Yes, there were a few deaths, but it could have been worse. Like I think it was less than 10. For example, that February storm that hit Texas, over 200 Texans died. Which still, even for a hurricane, that is a lot. Let's try and avoid that shit in the future, man. I think there was an early risk for tonight in the Northeast. I think it's past, though. I don't know. Tomer Berg dropping the graphics like they were hot, and his hands didn't like heat. Fire season is pretty nasty along the West Coast from Washington down to California. We're only in April. Hey, guess what? You can catch Comet C 2020 Ra Atlas as it nears Earth. But you're going to need binoculars or super duper vision. Letting you know. That's what I do. I let you know. Hey, guess what? The volcano, which erupted weeks ago in Iceland, is still doing its thing and making the Earth a bigger place, putting out more space. By space, I mean terrain. Yeah, dude. Things have been getting volcano-ier for sure. Volcano-ier. Yeah, so Friday, big problems possible. Saturday, big problems possible. And then Tuesday, big problems possible. Oh, yeah. So on top of 3 sunspots, we've also had multiple coronal mass ejections and solar flares. And then you got speedy little Mercury zipping around. So there was one coronal mass ejection. Here comes the next one. Bing, bang, boom. I don't know, slower. So things will continue to be interesting, stay interesting, and get more interestinger. Floridians are in super danger because temperatures are going to be dropping into the 40s and 50s on Thursday. So says Mike's weather page. That was a joke. Supposedly, Floridians, Canadians, and Australians are like the toughest people in the world. They should have a punch-out contest to see who's the toughest. Both genders, or like all 10 genders, or whatever. Sometimes I try to use repetition to make it stick. Friday and Saturday, and then Tuesday, possible storms of severe weather danger. Mother Nature kicked a 103-year-old record square in the short pants, right in the glass gems. 38 degrees low, and I'm talking DFW, buddy. People are like, "Brr, it is cold outside." It's warmed up, though, already. Eric's spinning his webs to trap you so that he could tell you that, hey, there are very favorable signals for a very active Atlantic hurricane season. As if you couldn't already feel that in your bones. I'd like to take this second out to super duper thank Irene and Bonnie. Asteroid Fight Club, you guys are just so great, and I'm super grateful for y'all. I feel lucky and blessed. By using repetition to make it stick. A, Asteroid Fight Club, you guys are super duper awesome. I appreciate you. B, day 7, people are like, hey, it is rare. They put out a day 7 warning. Just so I'm letting you know. Dave, the president of Stool, seems very upset that he went into the dumb money big event where like, hey, we're getting Dogecoin to 420. And they did on April 20th. But then it dropped to like 30 cents, which is like a 25% drop. I don't know, man. I don't know. You know, what is the 2 things that really dominated over the last year? And that is a bunch of people dying from the virus and then cryptocurrency taking off. And that's, cryptocurrency is like a money without a nation. It's all really weird. And I haven't talked about this much. I guess I'll start. Okay. So Jupiter entered Aquarius with Saturn. And so we saw crypto expand greatly as Jupiter entered Aquarius. But Jupiter is going to enter Pisces on May 15th. And so Saturn will be all by itself in Aquarius. Aquarius is like the future, and it's like cryptocurrencies. And so starting, you may get major shifts down to the downside in crypto starting on the full moon and definitely starting around May 15th. So I'm just letting everybody know that they they advanced with it like an army, but that they're probably going to be pullbacks. I could be totally wrong, but I'm just kind of like letting you know that Jupiter being in Aquarius really helped boost crypto. And so Jupiter's about to leave Aquarius, so we'll see if that happens. Okay? I don't have any crypto. Well, I mean, people sent me like $200 worth in 2017, but then I got locked out of all 3 accounts, so can't even get into those, although they might be worth like $600 now. Who knows? Anyway, what was it talking about? Anywho, just giving you my information from my perspective, and I hope that turns out correct, and that the future improves in this giant war, spiritual warfare. But you got to stay positive, and you got to be grateful for all the good stuff that God has given us. And sure, yeah, it's my 7-year anniversary. Is your Planetary Defense Commander on the 23rd? So I'm going to be acting weird. I'll probably go out Friday night, whether or not I can afford it. And then I'll probably like chase around ghosts. Like, I deserve a kiss. But just because I've been super cool, awesome, funny, kind, caring, protecting, help civilization stand, that doesn't mean I'm entitled to a great kiss. That doesn't even mean I'm entitled to a great hug. Man, dating in the future is so weird. I am hoping for a miracle, though, with all the Venus stuff around the 23rd, 24th, 25th. But who knows, man? Who knows? Okay. You guys are great. I super love you. I'll talk to y'all soon. God bless everyone. Okie dokie.